Good evening. Hello. How's it going, friends? Happy June. It's June. So excited. I've got tomorrow's Friday, and after that I got 2 weeks left of work, and then it's summer break. Logan's already on summer break. He's been off for like a week now. A week today he's been out, and he's been doing his oh my goodness, don't start that, Kara. He's been doing his water polo / swim conditioning and baseball conditioning for summer for high school. So it's super exciting. He's really enjoying it. It's really nice. He's getting himself there for swim at 9 a.m. every day. He's riding his bike, getting himself there. And then baseball's at noon. So they kind of every other day. And then Wednesdays he actually does both. So he's there from 9 until 2, takes a lunch and eats it there, and like hangs out with friends. I actually knew quite a few people that were at swim and other things at baseball. So super exciting for him in that journey. It's going good so far. He got there today at 9 for swim, and the pump was out in the pool, so they had to cancel practice. But that was their last practice of the week, and then they have another practice. Practice isn't again till next Tuesday, so they have time to fix the pump, and the coach told them the pump should be fixed by Tuesday, no problems. So anywho's it, how is everybody doing? Happy Thursday. Hopefully your June is off to a great start. Lots of exciting things happening this month. First and foremost, the most exciting thing is that our new BB cream got released today. Mine is literally in my cart. I wanted to hop on and see if anybody local wanted me to order for them, and we could just do a bulk order to save on shipping. And we could do that. So if you're interested and you want to grab some BB cream, I have heard that this BB cream, it's a little bit thicker than our last one. But I almost felt like our last one was almost too thin to where I wanted to put more on, or I really wanted to have a primer or something over it just to get a little bit more coverage. So I'm glad that I've heard this one's a little bit more, has a little bit more coverage, not like a full coverage, still just really lightweight, and full of amazing ingredients. So if that's something you're interested in, I would love to send you information about the new BB cream. It has SPF 30 in it, and it has cremicides. I can't ever say that. CEREM, that word, that's in skincare stuff. That one I can't say. I could probably need to listen to Google tell me how to say it 500 times, and I probably still mess it up. So it has all kinds of stuff to plump your skin, to hydrate your skin, to nourish your skin. It is just full of healing and helpful skincare infused in this BB cream. So it's really like a skincare product that offers a little bit of coverage, right, and sunscreen. So I'm super excited to get it and try the new one and see how that works out. And if you're interested in grabbing it today, let me know. I would love to put you in on my order and save some shipping. Or if you want to wait until I get it and see my actual review of it once I try it, no problem. That can happen too. So I do have some new bundles, new month, new bundles. So I have a Shimmer bundle, which is another thing that's in my cart right now. We have an amazing self-tanner. It is a foaming self-tanner that leaves just this natural glow. It is not Oompa Loompa orange, and it really, I've seen it on different skin tones, and it really just looks really good on everybody. You can control how dark it goes by the amount that you put on. But I really wanted to grab some, get a couple layers on before summer hits, and I'm trying to get out there because I am super pasty right now. So it'd be nice to do that without having to subject myself to too much sun to get to to be tan enough to want to put shorts on and a bathing suit on to get out there in the world. So I am going to order that self tanner, and there's a little mitt that comes with it, and our body scrub is an amazing pairing because you really want to exfoliate good before you do it. That way it sinks in really good. Same like when you do your skincare products, when you do lip care, you want to exfoliate before you do that stuff just so it can penetrate really deeply. So same goes with this. We also have tanning drops, which you can add to a moisturizer and put on your face. That way you're not putting that heavier skin tanner, turn that off, sorry, that tanner on your on your face, and this is just more nourishing. It's not as, not that the tanner one for your skin is harsh. It's more designed to do on your face, to mix in with a moisturizer to just get a little bit of color so that your face isn't totally off from your body if you're doing a self tanner. Okay, people do use the self tanner on their face. I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna try it, and I will send some one arm tan, one arm not tan pictures once I do that to let you guys know, because I'm super excited about that. So I do have a bundle. It is called Shimmer, and it's going to be the self tanner, the applicator, the body scrub, and the tanning drops. So if you want to grab that at a 20% off discount, let me know, and I would love to get you a link to get that. Okay, I also have a date night bundle. I know it's getting into summer and the weather is getting so nice and we want to go out together. We want to spend time together, whether that's date night with the girls, date night with your kids, date night with your loved ones. It's also getting into like wedding season. So if this is like something that would be all of those things, like it is getting warmer, and sometimes we don't, as a wedding guest, we don't want to go like full makeup, especially outside weddings. When the weather starts to get warmer, we want something that's a little bit lighter, not as heavy. We don't have to worry about it like falling off of our face kind of situation when we're outside sweating and doing all the things that happen at weddings. So I have a date night bundle. Okay, it is going to be your choice of foundation or BB cream if you would like instead, bronzer and a highlight. You're going to get 2 liquid shadows, so easy to apply, no creasing, no fallout, will last all night long with all the dancing and all the fun things. And then you'll get a lip butter, and that comes in a variety of tinted colors, so it adds a little bit of color if you want that, or you can just get the neutral one, which is what I use, which is just it's pretty much the same color as my lips, but there are tinted ones, different colors. So if you want to get a little bit of color, it's a great way to hydrate your lips, keep your lips hydrated throughout the night, that kind of stuff. So that is date night, just a natural, glowy summertime look for you. And then I have a summer skin bundle. That's going to be your rose water. So that is going to help if you happen to get sunburn, bug bites, help tone your skin and reduce the appearance of your pores. So that is good for all of that. You'll get a BB cream, right? So we have that light, airy coverage that's also going to nourish our skin. You're going to get a waterproof mascara and a lip mask. So it's a little bit of just giving you that summer glowy, really healthy looking skin that like we all want, right? And then I have one that is called Summer Glow. I don't know what my dog's barking at. Maybe a cat outside. We have one called Summer Glow, and that is I have made a bundle for you called Summer Glow. I'm working on my words. I always do we's a lot, and I don't know why. I have to stop doing that because there's no we in this. It's me. So the Summer Glow bundle is going to be the BB cream. You'll get the highlight and the bronzer and a cleanser and the brightening serum. So you get a cleanser to really cleanse your face. We got to start at the base, right? So we've got that cleanser. We'll get you a brightening serum to really start brightening your skin, adding some vitamin C and some hydration, really helping with that barrier. And then a light BB cream, and then a bronzer and highlight. I use the bronzer as a contour, but going into summer, if you want that more glowy look to your skin, a bronzer is a great way to also contour, but then get some more just definition and tone and glowiness along with the highlight. So it's a great, just easy summer package. So let me know if you want to grab any of those bundles. Okay, what is happening? So with those bundles out of the way, if you're interested in one, let me know, and I would love to chat with you. If there's like a bundle you're interested in but you want to add something else, let me know. We can totally get that worked out. What are you crying about out there, huh? Yeah, you. What? I know, I heard you. What are you doing? Defending the house? Keeping us safe from all the cats outside? Good girl. All right. Sorry. Been listening to my podcast, and there have been a few really good ones lately, just about I don't know if I shared with you, but the podcast I listened to, Henry, he has now created a second podcast. So the one I listened to is a positive mindset podcast. So it's called Positive Mindset Podcast. And then he has created an abundance podcast. So it kind of stems from the positivity, but more focusing on how to create abundance for yourself, whether that is in positivity, whether that is in friendships, in like socializing, like in networking, like creating that abundance of like networking people, if it is like to grow a business, if it is to like self-care abundantly, anything really that you want in abundance. I know lots of people mostly focus on abundance and like financially, so that is a lot of what the examples that he does are like I am statements, like I am a millionaire, right? And like what you do to kind of connect those things. So there's that. So I just want to share that with you. If that's something you're interested, let me know. I would love to shoot you a link so that you can get on board and listen to those, because they really are good. And it's new. He just started them up a couple weeks ago. He pushes new ones out Monday through Friday. Same with the podcast. So you're always getting new content. It's really nice. And I go back and I re-listen to things like over and over again. I save the ones that are like really connect with me, or ones that I think would just, like that day I really needed to hear that message, and like I know I'll have other days where I like need to hear that message again, so I like save those to my favorites so I can go find them really easily and just re-listen to the ones that like really stuck with me. So anyways, I wanted to share with you guys about like making your dreams a reality, right? There's so often so many people out there are like, and if you're not one, I'm sure you know somebody who's like a dreamer. They're always just like dreaming about like their future and what they can have and what they can do, and like they're dreamers, right? And like we know people that are dreamers and doers, and they dream something up and then they do it, and like that comes to fruition all the time. And then I'm sure like, you know, people that are dreamers and they literally live in dreamland and like nothing ever comes of it, and they always have these great ideas and all this admiration and this inspiration to do this thing, and then like it just never quite gets off the ground for whatever reason, right? Whether it's the person, whether it's a circumstance, whether it's just the idea kind of fizzled, but like they're just dreamers, right? And like I've known plenty of dreamers in my life, and this is about like, how do we make those dreams a reality, and how is that something we can make obtainable for us? Even those people that are like struggle with like making a dream a reality, right? So this is more about that. Like, how do we take steps to really make that happen? Because you see people do it and you're like, well, how do they do it? How can I not do it? Or, you know, that kind of stuff. So it's not easy for everybody to like make something happen, right? And we don't want to get stuck in that like frequency. Like, okay, I'll give you an example. So like, I don't want to get stuck in the frequency of being a dreamer. Like I don't. And I don't want to have some idea in my head that I want, and I focus on it so much, and then it never happened. And I've now told myself the things I dream of are just my frequency. And my frequency is to imagine these things and never have it happen. Like I'm more worried that that's going to happen with something that I really want. So the thing that I really want is when I retire, I really want to move to Puerto Rico. I really would like to buy a property there now. So like we can pay it off, we can Airbnb it, we can have a vacation house. Like I love it there so much. Like I want to live there when I retire. That's what I want. And I know that. And we talk about it all the time at home, and we joke about it, and I look at properties, and like it's just a thing. Right now it is just a dream. But part of me is really, really scared that it's going to be a dream that I never bring to fruition. And most of the time when I have something I want to do, it might take me time, but I tend to get there somehow. So but this one it's kind of a big one, so it does intimidate me a little bit. And listening to this, it really hit with me, because I was like, okay, I don't want that to be just a dream. I don't want my frequency to be accepting of the things that don't align with making that dream happen, right? So saving money for a down payment, going on vacations to like look at properties, or connecting with realtors, those kinds of things. Actually setting maybe timelines for myself of when to have X, Y, and Z like done in preparation for that. those kinds of things. So I want to make sure I'm taking steps in progression and not being just accepting 100% of like, oh, I have a dream and it's just a dream and it's a dream. I want my dream to become a reality. So I have to start taking actions to make that dream a reality, whether that's in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, whatever. But like, I need to make little steps. So this podcast that I listened to, I want to say it was like yesterday, the day before, I re-listened to it again today because I really wanted to share it with you guys. Really connected with me on that. But it was also talking about if you've ever been like just feeling lost and hurt and in pain, and like, how do you change that, right? So how do you get yourself out of those places, whether it is an emotional state that you're in, the frequency you're resonating currently, whether it is circumstance, like sometimes the world puts you in these places, right? And we have to get ourselves out of them. And how do we do that? And perspective is a huge, huge part of that. So like really being able to, one, reflect on things and like take those thoughts that we're having that are putting us in those pain, those thoughts, and like really pulling them out and like taking that time to reflect and to really analyze it and think about it and what you're learning from this pain that you're going through or this hurt that you're going through. And sometimes in the moment, it's really, really hard to do, but if you're able to, it is such an eye-opening experience for you to be able to self-reflect on pain and hurt and loss and really, really change your perspective on it in order to be in gratitude for the experience and for what you might learn from it, and to be able to then give that back to somebody else at a later point. So there's that. Okay. So there are a few, and I think they seem really simple when I listen to them, when I wrote them down, when I think about them, they seem like really simple things. And it really does connect back to one of my lives I did a few weeks ago, maybe last week, about the red string, okay, and connecting your future self to your current self. So if you remember that and you listen to that one, this is kind of like an expansion of that. And that was from the abundance podcast versus the positivity podcast. So now it's kind of connecting those two, of the abundance and the positivity podcast, and bringing both angles of those two different like thoughts together, if you will. Okay. So there's a few things. It's like really, it's 3 things you can do to like really help yourself get there. Okay. So 1, and this is like so important. I've talked about it before, like so important. You have to have a vision. Like you have to have a vision of who you want to be. Like you have to have that vision of your happiest self, of your most bestest version of yourself. Like, what does that look like? What does it smell like? What does that feel like? What is that like around you, right? So what is that energy around you? So like the most at peace version of yourself, the most patient version of yourself, the most wealthiest version of yourself, the most, I already said healthiest, fit version of yourself. There are so many, like the most forgiving version, whatever it is to you that you envision your best self being, you need to work on that vision. And whether that's like, to me, I want to like make a little cutout of a person and like write all the things in there, like, and that's me, right? And maybe on the back of it have like a big picture of me or something. I don't know, but just, I want to have it so I can see it, right? Because sometimes when emotion kicks in and other things kick in the world, you lose that picture and that imagery that we can so easily sit here together and like close our eyes and go, okay, I picture myself and my hair looks good and shiny and I just got it cut and it looks like I just walked out of the salon, and like my nails are natural but they're done and they all look good and they're not full of like dirt from the garden and they're not breaking from me like being really rough on them. Like they look good and like shiny, and I'm fit, like I feel good. I'm not like I don't have rolls hanging out. My clothes fit properly. Like they look good. I look good. I want somebody to be like, oh, she looks great for her age. My skin looks good. It is my sunspots are going away, my wrinkles are gone. I like people just look at me like, wow, she looks great for her age, like that. And then like there's just this glow, like there's this glow about me, and like that's the best version of me. And like that glow, that joy is just like radiating from me. And that like I can see myself with people just like unknowingly being drawn to me because of the positivity and the happiness, and like they just are drawn to it like naturally, like magnets, and they can't even help it. And it's not that we're like gonna become best friends and go skipping together or anything. It's just like I think it feels good to be around positive people. So to me, that is like the best version of me. Like I'm still driving the same car because I love my car, right? I love my car. But I definitely I still have jeans on because I like jeans. I really like to wear jeans. But like my clothes fit a certain way, right? Like I can envision myself in that. And that's the best version of me, right? So that's your first step, is you have to really paint the picture. And you have to paint the picture so well that somebody could ask me, oh, well, Kara, like that future you at 6 a.m., what would you be doing? And I'd say, I would be finishing up my workout and finishing up maybe my meditation or my reflection and setting my intention for the day and starting to shift gears to get ready for work. Right. And that's what I would be doing, because that's what that version of me would be doing. She would have gotten up at 4:30 or 5 and busted her, you know what, for an hour to work out and spent some time reflecting in the state that she wants to be in mentally and putting myself in that positive state and setting my intention for the day and maybe drinking some coffee and then shifting gears into getting ready for work. Okay, so like that, you want to have it so nailed in that they could ask you, okay, well, at 5 o'clock at night, what are you going to be doing? And I'm going to be saying, I'm going to be spending time with my family, getting that quality time in, maybe starting to prep dinner, playing outside with the dog. Like there's a couple things that might be happening at that time, but like those are the things. Me sitting on the couch eating popcorn is not the thing. And sometimes that's the thing that's happening at 5 o'clock. Or I'm sitting down scrolling on my phone because I am tired from the day, right? And that's not the best version of me. The best version of me comes home and still busts it to make it happen, to make my household function, to make myself happy, to get to that place, right? So you have to, what is that? You have to have that vision. Like you have to have that vision of yourself, that future you that is the best version of you. Okay. So once you have that vision, then the next thing you're going to do is, well, this is probably the hard part. You have to have the willingness to take action daily. Okay. And hey, Kim. So what that is like really taking action to become that vision of yourself. So like I said, that good vision, that like perfect vision of myself is not coming home from work and sitting on my phone for an hour doing nothing, wasting my life. That good version of me is coming home and spending quality time with my kid, maybe playing with my dog, getting ready for tomorrow, maybe taking a walk, prepping my healthy dinner, because that version of me is fit and not fat. So she wants to like have a healthy dinner. So that takes some planning and some prepping. So that's the version of me. So I have to take the actions to match with what the future me and that vision of myself is going to be. So I have to come home and I have to resist that temptation to sit on my phone and veg out for an hour, right? I have to resist that temptation to go eat the barbecue lays that are in the cupboard that are my favorite chips, and maybe go get a carrot and some hummus instead. So those are the things, like you have to be willing to take the actions of what that future person would do. And if that future person were here, what would they be doing and not doing, and making sure that those things align, because you can't keep eating the lays every day and sitting on your phone for an hour and expecting to not have a fupa hanging over your pants. Like you have to put into action the things that you want to do, right? So that's the second part of it. Okay, and then the third part is with reflection, you need to be able to link the action and the version. So number 1 and number 2. So you have to be able to take the time to reflect on what actions you took that align with who you want to be, and making those connections, like really making those connections to that highest version of you. Because if you're not able to make those connections, this kind of falls apart. So that's where this all kind of comes together. So we did, like a few days ago, I did my little thing, right, where I wrote like, oh, the future me is healthy and fit and joyful and comfortable, like in my body. And then that day I did like, oh, I did yoga and I shared joy with my students and with you guys. I put a little asterisk because I did like multiple things with that. And then I took my collagen because that's healthy for my body. And I listened to my podcast to get positive input. So that's another healthy thing I did. And then today when I was going over this, I was like, I need to start doing this more in some form or another, whether it's written, whether it's like meditating on it and just sitting with myself and reflecting at the end of the day, or even in the morning while I'm doing yoga. It's probably be a good time to reflect on these things from like the past day even. So I was doing this before I got on, and I did my yoga this morning, and I showed up for that. I've been really constant about showing up for that, at least Monday through Friday. The weekends are a whole nother ballgame, but that version of me shows up every day. So I do need to start doing stuff on the weekends, or that girl's just going to be a dream and I'm never going to get there. I ate veggies. Oh yeah? Did you too? Did you have veggies? Did you? So I had a clean lunch. I had vegetables for lunch today, which were super, super yummy. And it just makes my body feel good. And it makes me feel good knowing that I did something good for my body. I haven't taken my collagen yet, but I'm going to take my collagen. Okay. I am sharing joy with you guys, and I share joy with my students. I feel like I really try to connect with different students in different, times all the time. So, and we had our, I don't know if they call it Pride-a-Palooza, but they had their Pride celebration today. So I went out and socialized and like connected with students that I have that are in that marginalized group. So I shared joy in those ways. And then I put smiled and laughed. Like I had a good time today connecting with people and like just having those human connections of like laughing and smiling and being happy. So I wrote that down because that's part of me being a joyful person and that best version of me. So I literally wrote down laughing and smiling because that to me, oh, you too, is so important. And then I put reflected because I literally was reflecting during this. Like this was my time when I was reflecting on the day and what I've done and what I'm still going to do going into the evening. I probably need to write family time in there. Me and Logan are going to go pick up a special dinner because my husband's at baseball. So we're going to get some quality time in this evening. So those are all the things that are aligned. Did I sit on my phone? Yeah, maybe just for 20 minutes a day instead of an hour. So there are things that I still do that don't align with that future me, but I'm working on it. And that's the thing. I'm recognizing the things, the actions that I'm putting into place now that are going to align with that version of me that I want to become. So that way the universe is out there going, okay, she's actually going to do the things to get to that version. She's not just a dreamer that's like, imagining this and it's never going to happen, because she's not taking the action and making the connections. I'm taking the action and making the connections. That way the universe knows that this is happening and it needs to watch out because my frequency is rising and I'm going to become that person. Might take me a long time, but that's fine. But I'm still going to become that person. Okay. So 3 easy steps, right? That can really help you like just change things. Just take the time, right? Take the time at night or in the morning. Close your eyes, envision that version of you that is the best version of you. That is what you envision yourself being. If you could be the best version of you, there was no fear, there was nothing holding you back financially, physically. Like if you could picture that version of you that was the best, most happiest version, picture that person, right? And then picture what it is like to connect to that. And then make those little connections in your mind or on paper, right? I did the paper thing. I need to draw my little red lines to really make those connections. But in the podcast, he talks about like using a red string. I just use a red pen. I really want to do something in my like area over here to make it like a vision board, like a living vision board, right? Not just like a vision board where it turns into a dream board, but like a vision board where it's my vision and also it's the things that I'm doing that align with that vision. So the wheels are still turning on how I can do that in my little space over here. But and it might just be that picture of me with like all the words of my amazing, rad, joyful self that I'm gonna be, that I want to be, that I'm going to become. And then I might just attach strings to it. So every string I know represents something I did along the way to getting to that person. And hopefully by the end of the year, I'm gonna have to like take those strings and like bunch them up and like, I don't know, like there'll just be so many, I hope, you know, like I can't wait to see like just strings and strings and strings and all these things, right? And then it's a visual reminder that I'm doing all these things to become that. So it's like this constant positive reinforcement of what you're doing to reinforce you becoming that version of you that you really want to be. So, I think that's it. Like abruptly stop. I think that's about it, but that was like the main thing. That was kind of a lot. So I have those bundles. If you want to grab a bundle, let me know. If you want to hear me ramble more, this is the station for that. Make sure you hit that little like the little buttons up there so that you get notified when I come live, so you can come listen to my ramblings on a random Thursday night. And I'm gonna take my collagen. If you didn't know, this is like the good stuff. Like I said, I actually write collagen on my list of things I do for myself. Hey, you have a good night too, Kim. Get some rest. I write this down because I know that this is important for my body, and I literally see and feel the changes it has made for me, like in my skin and in my hair and in my nails. And those are just the things I see. The cellulite too, that I've noticed I never had before. Pictures I looked and I couldn't find anything. Maybe something will pop up on a memory at some point in like Facebook, and I'll be like, oh, look at my cellulite, and I can, excuse me, pull it and like do a side by side of now. But I'm definitely noticing some changes with that. Talked to my mom the other day, and she is getting some great results from the collagen, to where like her friend noticed her hair, and the difference is there. My husband's on his, and he got great results. So if you want any testimonies from people I know, or testimonies from people that I like work with that know, let me know, and I would love to share those with you. Or I just have an informational video. So if you're like, what is collagen? Why do I even need collagen? I have a video that's super informative, and I can just send you that. It's like a YouTube video, and you can watch it at your leisure, and it would answer any questions that you might have. But if you know about collagen and maybe take a different collagen, just make sure you're taking a good collagen. Ours has vitamin C in it, which is an important, what's the word? Important thing. It's an important thing. It's an important thing that you need to have. Vitamin C helps the absorption of the collagen in your body. So vitamin C is one of the components that you need to go along with collagen so that it is absorbed properly in your body. If you're not taking vitamin C with it, you're not getting that full effect of the absorption that you should be getting. So if you're taking collagen, it doesn't have vitamin C in it, you don't take supplements or eat vitamin C rich foods, that might be one reason why you're not seeing results. Also, ours being a liquid collagen, it has a 90% absorption rate compared to a powder collagen. So if you're taking a liquid collagen, it does have more absorption than a powder. It's easier for your body to absorb quickly. This is a marine collagen, so it's also closely mimicked to human collagen versus a bovine or a plant-based collagen, which are not as easily absorbed because of that. Your body recognizes this easily. It is made from a tilapia, so it's made from whitefish. So yeah, so it is high quality stuff here. It has a peachy, appley taste. I've had one person say that they can taste a little bit of fishiness to it. I don't notice. I mean, it's not like you're drinking a soda pop or like your favorite beverage, but it's not bad either. And you kind of get used to it. Like, I actually enjoy it now. When I first started taking it, it was kind of bitter and tart, and I've just gotten so used to it that it's just collagen. It tastes fine. It doesn't taste bad to me at all. So there's that. If you have any questions, please let me know. It's good stuff. You really need to take collagen if you don't, because like after you're like 30, your body stops producing it, and like your tank just goes down. But also, if you take collagen and you're not seeing big dramatic changes right away, don't get like discouraged, because your collagen levels might be a little bit higher. So if you really have depleted collagen levels, like when you start taking collagen, you're going to see results right away, because your levels are so low that once it gets in there and starts doing its thing, you're going to see results really quickly. If you are somebody who maybe your collagen levels, you eat foods that are high in collagen, rich in collagen, that they're not that low, you'll get results. It's just going to be more of a longer process to actually see some of those results happening. But I'll tell you, like, before and after pictures tell a story that a mirror does not. So make sure if you take collagen, take some before and after pictures. That way you can do some side by sides and go, oh wow, because that's where you really start to notice it and that stuff. But all right, I'm going to take this. And, whew, that one got me. A little tart. Yeah. I'm here. If you need me, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, want any help with skincare, let me know. Want to grab one of my awesome bundles this month? Reach out. I would love to help you. I hope you have a positively beautiful evening, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.